They say in times of peril, you have to put on a brave face and charge through no matter what. But I'm so tired of being brave, dude. This deck absolutely scares me. I am not ready for what this deck is going to bring to Hearthstone. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put on the brave face, so I'm just gonna stick the glasses for the rest of this, even though it's technically missing a thing. But you wanna know what? I'm gonna put on a brave face, and I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified of what this deck is gonna bring to Hearthstone. You can't see me right now because, you know, I have these glasses on, but I'm crying. I am crying on the outside and on the inside, because I am personally not a fan of aggro decks. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because this deck has the potential of just killing you by turn 4 if you do absolutely nothing. So it's going to be very imperative for you during the first week of Perils in Paradise to have some AoEs, because there is going to be one guy you are going to have to keep your eyes on, and it is Patches the Pilot. Battlecry shuffle 6 parachutes into your deck that shuffle a 1/1 pirate with charge when drawn, and that is the whole theme of this deck, is that you are getting minions for out of nowhere. You are getting a bunch of charge minions that synergize extremely well with this card, and you have other cards that support it, like South Sea Captain, as well as Hosen Roughhouser. This card is an absolute sleeper in the meta, at least in this particular archetype, because if you have a South Sea Captain on the field as well as your 1/1s, you're effectively hitting the face for 3/3s, and you have a lot of other minions that summon 1/1s, including the Sigil of Skydiving, which is a very obvious, you know, hey, I'm about to pop off here, so keep an eye on this card. This card is going to be, you know, a little bit troublesome, especially with that perfect 1-2-3 curve that this deck is definitely going to be known for. Trust me, people are going to call this the next Curvestone deck, very similar to like Aggro Paladin. And the turn 4, very similar to like Crusader's Aura, is going to be Dangerous Cliffside, because this is a fantastic card, because if you just have an attack ready to go, you have 4 1/1s that are ready to attack face if you have not already procced it. The biggest thing about these locations is timing them, because if you proc this location and then you do not reopen it, then you have to wait a turn for this to reopen unless you have that attack ready to go. But in that situation, you want to be able to activate it twice. So you usually don't want to activate this location unless you have an attack ready to go, so you can summon those 4 minions. So that way you can have 4 minions that synergize with the South Sea Captain as well as the Roughhouser. But if you have a big threat to remove, then you are able to use the location immediately, but just be aware that if you want to activate it twice, then you should probably not utilize it unless you have the attack ready to go on the exact same turn. And another really powerful aspect of this deck is just ignoring Taunt. Like, it's kind of, it kind of just works perfectly, in my opinion, to where if you try to defend against it after they've established the board, you've already lost. So the way that you're going to be able to counter this deck on day 1 so it doesn't just rule the meta, but you're going to need early game AoEs in order to stop this deck from just, you know, running away with the game immediately, because if you allow the South Sea Captain into the Roughhouse combo, then the Cane's just going to kill you unless you just remove the board. And you also have Zilliax scams, you have a Sea Giant making its way into the deck to have like another scam aspect of this deck where you just summon a bunch of stats out of nowhere. And because you have the Sigil of Skydiving, getting the Sea Giant out is not even that uncommon, to where I feel like this is probably going to be a 2 of in the deck. This is just me speculating. I have no evidence to support this, but I really do believe that this kind of like, you know, storm early game aggro Demon Hunt is going to be really good. If you play like a couple of minions against this deck, then 0 mana giants are going to be very common and probably very tilting for some people. But personally, I am a fan of giants. It's usually not the giant that's the problem, in my opinion. It's the deck that's supporting it. And this deck does have a lot of ways of just summoning a bunch of minions, getting a lot of value from the curve, because the curve that I haven't even talked about yet is the Treasure Distributor. This card is an absolute player in Wild because of Aggro Pirate Rogue, because it just summons a bunch of stats out of nowhere, and it can do it as early as turn 1. I'm pretty sure you guys might have seen like a Rarin YouTube clip that's running around where it was like a turn 1 summon like 4 minions, which is like 10, like 12 in stats by turn 1. Standard doesn't have anything that crazy, but if you play, you know, the Treasure Distributor as well as the Sigil of Skydiving in the same turn, and then you play the Hosen Roughhouser, like that's another way of quickly getting your pirates to 3 attack. And if you draw even more pirates from your Patches the Pilot, this card can get very out of hand very quickly. And that's not even talking about the other new card in this deck as well, the Adrenaline Fiend, which works perfectly with summoning a bunch of charge charge minions. So it's like, I understand why these minions have charge, because a lot of people are probably asking, hey man, why don't these minions have rush? Well, if there were no minions on the field, then it wouldn't really enable the Adrenaline Fiend to, you know, give you a bunch of attack and become the aggressive deck that this deck needs to be. I hate to say it, but this is one of those decks that I'm not really a fan of, but it's a necessary evil within Hearthstone, because look at me in the eye. Do you want more Druid games? Because we need a deck like this to keep the Druids in line so we have a more diverse meta instead of Druid just ramping over everything. And I'm saying that very literally because it ramps over everything that's not aggressive. So a deck like this, even though I am not a fan of it, it's going to be a very necessary evil, and a deck I feel like is going to be very accessible to players because it's just a simple 1-2-3 deck in some instances. But if you wait a little bit and you bide your time, there is some very, you know, out-of-pocket situations this deck can give you where you do win by like a turn 9, turn 10 situation, but you're gonna have to clutch out that situation and wait for a bigger turn. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you have a possibility of summoning a bunch of minions with just like Dangerous, Cliffside, and Sigil in the same turn, and then playing like double Captain afterwards. So you might be able to set up not necessarily like an OTK, but some sort of like burst combo that will definitely win the game if you stick like, you know, like a Slither Spear or something on the field. So I would not underestimate this deck as just being like a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, win the game deck. But it's definitely going to have those victories, but you're just going to have to accept you were going to lose those games anyway. But in the game clips coming up ahead, there's going to be my first experience with this deck. That definitely didn't end very well, but then there's going to be some other game clips to where I tried building this deck myself, but after No Hand sent me his list, I just kind of rolled with it because it definitely is better than mine. One thing I like about this list is that it has a nice mix of minions as well as spells that kind of complement each other, because cards like Taste of Chaos may not necessarily seem like they're that powerful, especially when you're looking at all the other cards you could slot into the deck, but sometimes you need to discover cards that your deck doesn't have access to, or sometimes you just need to high roll a certain card at the right time. Because imagine like rolling like an Immolation Aura in the mirror and denying their big board and then building up your board, because then they're just not going to have anything to deal with it. So if you want to play an easy deck that's going to grind a lot of ranks at the beginning of this expansion, this is probably the way to do it, but just be aware this deck is probably going to be countered a lot on the first day. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the Patreon, and now let's get into the new card action because I love these new cards. So if you want more Perils of Paradise action, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Yeah, dude, Glow Stick is probably going to have to be looked into, not going to lie. Okay, No Hands Gamer, let's go, dude. We have New Heights. Get rid of everything else. Like, Bladestorm could probably be a keep, but I'm probably going to get rushed down by the aggro deck. I imagine he's playing the aggro. We are going to hate this card now, aren't we, on turn 1? Oh my god. I could already feel it bubbling up inside me. I hate turn 1 pirates. Turn 1 pirate meta, this brings me back to when I struggled to reach legend during Gadgetson. Brings me back. Alright, well. Yeah, this warrior deck is just not it. We're gonna just have to move on. I hate to say it, but this warrior deck is not it. And I also hate to admit it, my Menagerie warrior is probably, like, not even playable. Why is no one playing Warlock? People were playing Warlock earlier, and it's busted. People moved on. At least that's what I did. Oh my, dude, this is... Bro, we're cooked. Remember how they buffed this card? Remember how they buffed it? They literally buffed it, bro. You guys remember how they buffed it? Did I play Zoo or Pain? I played both. The Zoo is meh. It has high roll potential, but it feels like it could be stifled, while Pain Warlock probably just feels more superior. I feel like there's a lot of potential with these dual class cards, but the biggest question is, are they gonna, you know, outclass what we're already experiencing? This Demon Hunter is... I'm not gonna lie, man, this don't feel good. This just doesn't feel good at all. This feels awful. This feels absolutely terrible. Like, this is the reason why I hate aggro. Oh my god, I'm just dead? I gotta ask you guys a legitimate question. Which one is worse? This or the Druid? Because I feel like it depends on who you are as a person. Like, I'm willing to forgive the Druid sometimes because I hate this. This right here, getting aggro down by turn 4, like, this is the worst feeling in the game, in my opinion. Keep in mind, my opinion. Like, you can feel free to disagree, but I personally believe that getting aggro down by turn 4 is the absolute worst way to lose a game. Like, maybe I could have gained 5 more armor, but then I'm still dead on turn 5. Like, yeah, I'd rather get comboed against a Druid a million times than ever go up against a deck like that. I found the Warrior. Of course. It's, yep. Just Taunt Warrior. Good old Taunt Warrior. The most uninteractive deck you could play in the Theorycraft event. Alright, so, do I ever keep Paraglide? Alright. Oh my... Sure. Alright, yeah, let me get the single most expensive card of my entire deck in order to screw up the Outcast. In typical Clark HELLSCREAM fashion. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this in the mulligan because I should have gone for the pirate, but still, dude. I had 1 drop, so like the idea of it. He doesn't have charge. It's a very sad day, though. Yeah, Curly. Can't believe Paladin's an actual OTK. See, I thought it would be too weak. I'm surprised that it's actually good. That's what's got me. It's like legitimately good. Maybe I get lucky with the more minions. Okay. Hopefully I get lucky and just draw a bunch of pirates. It auto loses to warrior though. What, Paladin? How does Paladin auto lose to warrior? Well, because of the armor? I guess. You'd have to put Fizzle to get around that, wouldn't you? Wait, what? That didn't start in the decks? Okay, that's fine. Let's do this, see what happens. We got another Hot Coals? Jesus, dude. For an aggressive deck, this sucks. This absolutely sucks, dude. Swear to God, I'm just about to ask no hands for a list. So next turn we can get the Ziliax out. What deck is this? I tried to make aggro Demon Hunter, and I think I miserably failed. Either that or I'm just really unlucky on the first game having Ziliax get in the way of my Paraglide. Yeah, it could just be a low roll. It probably is a low roll for the deck because I didn't aggressively mulligan for the Pirate. Sock Puppet, Taste of Chaos. Hot Coals needs to go. It's bad in aggro. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing in the mirror though? Wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic in the mirror? And it also goes face, dude. Like, how is that not good? Like, I guess it just gets in the way of, like, not focusing on the aggressive part of it, but, yeah. Hot Coals has to be good in the mirror. Okay, let's go. Like, look at that. How is that not good? Tell me how that's not good. Tell me that's not good. Abusing Ziliax, I see. A lot of my decks do have Ziliax as the, as a very titular card. Like, once this happens, it's just too good, man. I feel like Ziliax is gonna have to have a, you know, a clause that can't below 0 mana. Like, I might need it or something. Not right now, it's probably too soon to tell, but... Aggro Demon Hunter looking pretty freaking good. By literally every definition. Do I want to try Light Show? I might try it. I gotta do some of these decks I know that are good for potential videos. Are they problematic? Let's find out. What kind of control would be good against it? Maybe Shaman with the Magma? Yeah, that's one way of going about it. Wait a minute. Bam. Didn't count it, didn't think it was enough, but it was. And we had 2 extra damage. All right, yeah, dude. You just turn off the brain with this deck. Jesus. That's my feedback? Yeah, and my feedback is you can always just listen to Spotify in the background. That's how you solve that problem. I don't need to solve a problem that, you know, is already solved, you know what I mean? Like, if I have music in the background, it's for a purpose. And putting in background music also takes extra time. It's not a lot of time, but it's still extra time. I'm lazy, what can I say? Not very sweet of you. It's fine, man, it's feedback. I'm fine with feedback. I want to close Spotify to watch YouTubers. Okay, bro, do you realize what you're saying, right? Do you have any idea how, like, first world problem that is? I want to watch my favorite YouTuber without Spotify playing in the background. Like, I'm sorry, you're not winning this. You're not winning this, dude. Because I've gotten significantly more feedback than just you saying that they did not like the background music. So I listened. This is the thing that sucks about, you know, about pleasing several people. You can't make everybody happy. And this is textbook example number 1. Okay, so boom into boom. Another sigil. An AoE? You know what? More card draw. Why not? Why not more card draw? I don't think that would be healthy for the game, to be honest. What wouldn't be healthy for the game? Reno Priest? I don't think I want more Reno Priest in my Hearthstone, if that's what you're asking me. Is my problem and my problems matter? True. But they don't matter to me. At least not right now. Let your problems be your problems, and my problems will be my problems. More draw, more good. I mean, that's one way to think about it. I have good cards in my deck, and I want more of my good cards. That's pretty sound logic, in my opinion. I think that Reno would hold Priest back at the moment. I mean, Reno does hold back Priest, and that's why they nerfed it, because if you look at Priest in terms of, like, control decks, Priest has nothing outside of Reno. At least as of right now, in Wizbank's Workshop, that works. When's the next giveaway? It could be soon. It could be soon. It could be later. You never know. If I tell you now, then everyone will leave. And they'll come back at that time. And then I'll be like, psych, I played you. It was actually the moment that you left that I did it. Sorry if that was too loud. Just put the most obnoxious music over the video and then leave a note saying this is for prophecy. New giveaway was already done. I won, guys. What was the code then, Josho? Why don't you prove it by putting the code in chat? If you already redeemed it, then you have no reason not to do this, correct? I don't know, man. When I put it that way, you sure you did it? All right, location on 4 seems really good. I'm gonna wait because I have Zilly. Kind of wish I had the patches in hand. Hand Paladin isn't going anywhere. Hand Paladin? Wait, people were playing Hand Paladin? Something totally not fake. It's funny how I can even read that. Or SMH, totally not fake. Very real. Yo, guys, redeem that code. It'll get you 69 packs and a girlfriend. And that's the real reason you should redeem it. Okay, Miracle Rogue. I figured Handbuff Paladin would be a nightmare with this expansion because of Wind Fury Pirate. I mean, I don't think people want to play that, so they're not playing that. It'll probably be like a day 1 ladder problem where Wind Fury decks might just rule the meta. Because there's also Wind Fury Shaman. Wind Fury Shaman looks like has very good potential. Wait a minute. All right, the Hosenhauser actually might be really good next turn. Like, holy crap. If this Zilliax sticks, it's just game over. Charge, Wind Fury combined are very healthy and fun mechanics for the game. Think of it, why does every neutral minion just have Wind Fury and Charge from now on? I mean, here's the thing about direct damage. We kind of need some direct damage decks. I'm not saying that, you know, one meta is particularly healthy, but we just need more things that are possible. So that way we don't end up with the Druid meta that we've been experiencing for the past month. I'm just gonna say it. We need these kind of decks to exist. Because if they don't exist, then it enables shit like Druid, and people are gonna be unhappy about that either way, you know? So it's better that aggro decks can exist, so that way it blocks out Druid from just being the stupidest thing it's ever been. Okay. So Pirates now get extra attack. I can attack. Do this, do this. My god, dude, the Pirate Sigil is just insane. Okay, I completely underrated this card, by the way. Completely underrated this card. And it's because I didn't think about, like, the Pirates coming from the Sigil. This is just, whoa. Wind Fury still needs a rework, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Being able to not attack the same target twice. Like, if Wind Fury is gonna rule the game, I feel like that's, like, #1 issue right there. Is the fact that Wind Fury can just literally target it just targets face twice. That's the problem with Wind Fury most of the time. Okay, wait a minute, she's living, or is she? I don't think she's surviving. In fact, does this buff itself? Okay, another friendly pirate. Yeah, whenever another friendly pirate. Okay, so this doesn't buff itself. It'd be kind of busted if it did, because then suddenly get +2/+2 from through Felon Flames. The ape was OP. Not really the captain that gives +1/+1. Well, the captain does. Oh my lord, wait a minute. So this is just lethal. Banana bro. Okay, yeah, this, dude, what? What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense, mate? Pirate Demon Hunter? What? Okay, so I think I just want to go for the 1-drop turn, right? Like, we just want to have that insanity. The insanity that is just playing a 1-drop against Druid. Sigil maybe could have been a good keep, but it seems unnecessary. Oh, come on, dude, what is this mulligan? Wow. Okay. Yeah, this mulligan is scary, is what I meant. This mulligan is super scary, dude. Oh, what? Okay, hold on. Yo? What? Okay, hold on, what? Excuse me? Oh no, it's Taunt Druid. Oh no. I think I know what's about to happen. I'm warning you now, guys. It's not gonna be pretty. I don't think this is gonna be very pretty. Ooh, fan the hammer. Play this next turn. I sense a disturbance in the force. Oh god.
My god. How did he
I
do
pray
it?
to God they're trying not to play the most
HELLSCREAM,
busted thing.
The best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
I really pray they're not just trying to play the most busted thing. Okay, alright, hold on a minute. Now I'm significantly less concerned. Okay, wait a minute. Doable. Do this to set it up for now. Because I'm probably gonna have to like fan the hammer into hero power. One of the strongest decks right now is just hand buff. Oh, he got the dragon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
My god. How did he do it? Clark HELLSCREAM.
1, 2,
the best
wait, 1,
Hearthstone
2,
player that
3,
ever
4,
lived.
5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. Dude. I mean, it'd be impressive if I wasn't, like, dying and losing the board. But I did technically deal with a Dragon Golem. Is Druid just still gonna be the king of tempo? I mean, we do have Fan the Hammer. Please don't kill that. Oh my god! Come on! Just don't have it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, just don't have it. Oh man, this is why I hate playing aggro. Oh Jesus, the lockout, the knowing the game is over feeling. I hate this. This is why I don't play aggro. I'd rather there be a chance until my hero blows up instead of just crap. Yeah, he had it. He had all the minions. It's like his minions actually did something the entire game. Nothing I can do about it. Ow, that hurt. That hurt my feelings more than anything else. He actually played 10 dragons. Did he literally only play dragons and innervate? Oh my god. Chicken duck win for us. How the lists were formatted on that page? Yeah, dude, no problem. As you could tell, I did my homework. I did everything I could in order to make it easier for everybody. All right, we got the start, dude. Hold on a minute. We like actually have the start. We knock this out. We can play this. We have this. We have the sigil now. Yo, let's go. I guess that's the reason for the Taste of Chaos. This song is kind of a banger, even though it's like a parody song. It kind of it's really insane how good of a song it is. Tired of blue milk. Got a chicken duck. I'm just gonna play this. This into this is just so much better, is it not? Because if he has removal, he'll use it. Maybe, if he has it. Maybe he just plays a taunt and does nothing. And then I do this into this and force him to gambit. This isn't a pirate, right? Oh my god, it is a pirate. Wait a minute. Probably still this. All right, which one do you want to kill? Hopefully no swipe. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm starting to wonder if swipe needs to cost 4 mana. Starting to wonder if swipe needs to be 4 mana again. Maybe that'll keep Druid behind. I did an awesome job, man. The song's cool. Somebody in chat is actually like they showed me this. This is another chat song. Wait a minute, he's not. Oh no. Oh no, dude. Wait a minute. This is gonna be disgusting. Wait a minute. Hello? One, two, three. Okay, so I've got an extra 5. So if I just trade 1 minion into this, it's fine. If I do this, I'm not playing into swipe. What a turn, dude. This is like actually gonna drive people crazy, I can tell you right now. That is just an insane amount of tempo, but at the same time, he could have traded, but it probably puts him behind. Is Lightning Bolt in standard right now? Lightning Bolt isn't standard. If Lightning Bolt was removed from Gift, they should remove Swipe from Druid. You know, that's actually a good point. That would probably be the better line than nerfing it to 4, because then it also just makes Gift even worse by comparison. Oh no. Dude. How much extra damage is that? How much extra damage is that? An extra, like, 20? Almost? Okay. Well, Yeah. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. I don't know if I like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I like that. I'm not an aggro player. That felt disgusting. One new card again, by the way. What, the Druid player? It's because he's probably got like hydration station and stuff like that. I feel like he's just got more expensive stuff. He's got taunt cards, you know? But yeah, disgusting.